Montreal Mayor Soraya Martinez-Ferrada sent out her marching orders, letters listing her priorities for every member of the executive committee. And every member of the executive committee has until the end of their 4-year mandate to accomplish those goals. It's a practice that she's borrowing from her time in federal politics. In the previous 8 years, Mayor Valerie Plante did not have something similar in her 8 years in office. So let's talk about those priorities with a member of Ensemble Montréal. Leslie Roberts is once again with us. Of course, he's an associate councillor on the executive committee responsible for the English-speaking community, universities, and the downtown core. Hi, Leslie.
Good morning, Elias.
And it's great to talk to you again on our big CJD 800 80th birthday week leading up into Monday. And you're a part of our history, too. So I like how everything's coinciding.
I love it. Thank you. Full circle, as they say.
So let's talk about your marching orders. Did you get a letter here? What's in the letter?
Well, let me first give you the background. Of course, on the federal scene, the Prime Minister hands out to his or her cabinet ministers a list of expectations and accountability for their responsibilities. Soraya comes from that model, and she is now implementing it here in the city of Montreal. Bottom line here, we are told through these marching orders, these are what your expectations of the duties under the responsibilities that I have given you, and we expect you to work alongside others in the executive committee and beyond to make those priorities basically work and get to them as quickly as we can. It's accountability. This is bottom line of that. You get the title, now you need to step up and fill the requirements that the job outline.
And I'm sure it adds a little bit of pressure to the job as well, because it's clearly defined. It's not like up in the air for, there's matters of interpretation here. It's clearly defined what you've got to accomplish.
Well, and I think it should be normal of anyone who is elected official representing the people that there are expectations and accountability. And so it's her leadership. This is what I see it as, that she is representing you and me as Montrealers, but also the mayor and as working for her as Ensemble Montréal, an associate councillor on the executive committee, that she expects me to do the job and do it well and to report back with, the priorities list ticked off. For example, I'll give you a great example.
Yeah, tell me.
So one of my responsibilities is to work with the person responsible for gastronomy in the downtown core. So it's an overlap of two. I am responsible for the downtown core. You've got a bunch of sub chapters in there in terms of building up businesses, investment, the empty buildings. But in this particular case, we're going to talk restaurants. Do you remember during the F1 with the terrace scandal?
Oh, do I ever?
Well, so does Soraya. So we are going to make it easier and a lot faster for these restaurants to be able to get their terrace out as soon as possible when the weather changes. So it's efficiency. It's about working together. It's about empowering those here in the downtown core who want to make the downtown core a better place and obviously make their business run better as well. So there's just one quick example that I can tell you that we've already started working on.
Anything on the university front or the English-speaking Montrealer front that you want to highlight?
On the university front, okay, it's also higher learning. We have a great reputation, but we also have our struggles right now. I'm in the process, Elias, of meeting with all the universities, English and French, to find out about those struggles, how we can help them solve those struggles as a representative of the city of Montreal, and ultimately, at the end of the day, make this a university city the best that we can make it.
Okay, I also want to get an update from you on Cabot Square. Last time you were on this program, we talked about that, and I heard from listeners who were saying the area around Cabot Square, Atwater area, how bad it has gotten there. You've got an update for us since last time we spoke.
I do. It is actually my greatest challenge. As you know, homelessness is Soraya's greatest challenge right now as we go into winter, and I'll give you some breaking news on that in a moment. But on Cabot Square, this week I met with the Cabot Square Committee. These are community groups as well as the city officials on the struggle that is every day in Cabot Square. And they told this horrific story of a man walking through the other night, 81 years old, Elias, and he was attacked. The issue was lighting. This individual, and if you've ever walked there through the night hours, you can know firsthand that it's pretty dark. They've been asking these organizations who work, overnights in particular, with trying to help those who are experiencing homeless in particular, as well as keep the neighborhood safe as they can for the neighborhoods. Constant struggle there. They have been asking for additional lighting. It's a deterrent. It also gives the ability of people who aren't familiar with the area a certain confidence to be able to see as they walk through this area as well. Well, I can tell you that working closely with the people here at the Ville-Marie Borough, we're going to put in some additional lighting this weekend. We've already got extra Christmas lights up as a short-term measure that went up a few days ago, which helps brighten it. It looks pretty too, but more importantly, it sheds more light on the area. And then additional spots will go up in the coming days so that it's acting as a deterrent. The first of many measures, hopefully, that I can provide with my ability to work with the city officials or the borough officials here in Ville-Marie to make it a safer place and, most importantly, help those who need it.
I'm just curious about this 81-year-old man that was attacked. Was this just a regular resident just going along their daily routine? Was it someone who was maybe experiencing homelessness? Or can you tell us anything more about the person who was attacked here?
Confidentiality aspects, I can't. The police inform me of it to show just the significance of how serious the issue can be if we don't get proper lighting. Mm-hmm. And I will say, when I heard that story, I immediately, I texted the chef du cabinet here, said how quickly we can get the lighting up. And I'd like to say it was record time, because within a couple of days we're gonna have it in after asking for it for a long time.
Okay, so listen, let's talk about the temperature for a second, because we have some news coming out of City Hall this morning. You alluded to some breaking news. I'm looking at tonight's temperature, minus 14 overnight. What can you tell us on the cold temperatures and what the city's doing about it?
Elias, as we speak, the mayor is actually meeting the media right now and announcing cold weather measures that will go into place immediately for the next 4 nights, given this deep freeze that is really unusual for this time of year, early December, that is. Now, what does that mean? Well, first and foremost, I can tell you that Jim Bays, who is on our executive committee, and Mayor Pierre Font, he also will be leading this measure, along with Benoit Langevin, who is also a Pierre Font councillor, but more importantly, he is really plugged into the file and has been during his days in opposition with the homeless. The two of them have quite an experience on being able to react quickly in emergency situations because of the flooding situation in the past in their borough, in Pierrefonds Roxborough. So that's why they're leading this file, not to mention also, of course, that Jim is in charge of public security. And how will this play out? So the mayor has asked the Director General of the city to send out a directive to all director generals in the boroughs around Montreal, beyond the city proper, to look for measures to try and help those who need it most right now. Because, as the mayor has said in the past, and she repeated it yesterday in our briefing at the caucus, it's what keeps her up at night. She can't imagine at minus 27 that there's a homeless person on the street. So things like, I'll give you the measures. Number one, the police will be more present, as well. Additional social workers will be out on the streets. The downtown YMCA, they're opening up 136 temporary spots. That may not be enough, but it's a start. Hotel Dieu will also open its doors if necessary. They're asking community kitchens that are usually operating during the day and feeding those experiencing homeless to remain at night. They're going to add additional costs as well. Cots as well. Also, any parks where they have chalets that are heated and the like, those are the kind of measures that, as of now, will be available to those experiencing homeless. And, for example, the social workers and the police who will be leading this on the ground can help and access going forward. And one more thing we are asking Montrealers: if by chance you are out and you see someone who is out and clearly in distress in these cold temperatures, call 311. That has been advised to either immediately send someone to it, or we'll connect you with 911 in emergency situations.
Leslie, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you for providing all of those updates and the breaking news this morning from City Hall. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Leslie, will you be there on Monday by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh, you will? Fantastic. So we'll catch you on the big 80th birthday celebration as well. See you.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
All right, Leslie Roberts right there from the City of Montreal. He's an associate councillor on the executive committee.
I'm Dylan Playfair.
And I'm Tyler Smith.
We're putting loneliness in the penalty box by talking to some of our favorite athletes about the importance of friendship.
This is Bromance.
Bromance is brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers, proudly Canadian-owned and operated. Charm has been part of your love stories and bromances for over 50 years.
And you can find Bromance on the iHeartRadio network or wherever you get your podcasts.